Hello, hello, and welcome to Indie News for April 25th, 2018. That's right, we're almost done with April. This will be the last news program of not April. We're going to be able to get Monday in, which will be April the 30th, but this is the last official Indie News for the week, as tomorrow is Avengers Day. I'll do a live review of it. I might do a news brief during the day tomorrow. It won't be the same thing, but if we nail this one, honestly, I'm probably just going to leave it. I don't see anything being added that we need to run, but if we do need to run it, I'll do a video. Sorry about that sound. I'll do a video during the day before I go see Avengers. So today's been a good day. We recorded Kickstarter talk just a few minutes ago. It's where you hear something dropping because I had things set up for the longer video. As you guys can see the live Kickstarter feed up here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to move to what came out today on our main site. Some cool information. We had Gene Holly just had his 7 Reasons to Back Dulce come out. Eric did it earlier in the day, and we're going to see that in a minute. I definitely suggest checking it out. If you don't know what Dulce is, now is the time to figure it out. And these are 7 damn good reasons to back this Kickstarter, by the way. Thanos is here. Countdown to the Infinity War concludes. Power Hour of Love live 3/16 with a Mr. Anderson tie-in. That's right. They interviewed me. If you guys look closely in this little image there, it's Fetish Babies. They had some kind things to say about Fetish Babies. Just met them during the Daytona Comic-Con on Saturday. They bought the book, already read issue 1, and were taken by it. So thrilled to actually be announcing that we're teaming up with Power Hour of Love, and we'll be hosting, well, not hosting, but we'll have their videos on our site to promote them and advocate for them, as well as they advocate for indie creators, and we respect that, obviously. Kickstarter Talk 17, from Dulce to Dead Duck and Zombie Chick, back to the Resistance, Crestral, and some walls. Check out what's going on Kickstarter Talk today. Chuck Raw reviews of Kenneth Brown's Judas Breed. So Chuck is doing these new awesome reviews. He's calling it Chuck Raw Reviews. Daryl Smith is in the chat room. What's going on, Daryl? So Chuck is doing these reviews, and like with me, I like doing the reviews on video, and a lot of people wonder why this takes a lot less time to actually do a review on the video. You have the book in front of you. You set yourself up with some questions, some target ability. I like to do the 7 questions, as you guys know, the 7 questions of a review, which will wind up being called eventually. It's the one thing we're keeping from the original Written Sins, the 7 Deadly Sins interviews. We're just wound up changing them a bit, but we're going to keep the feature of 7 because I like the idea of getting to know someone in 7 questions. A throwback thread to 2016. This is when Robin Lloyd Taylor confirmed to us at New York Comic Con that the one-day charity event back in 2016, or at that point, yeah, I believe it was still 2016. He and the people who showed up there helped raise, and Amel from Arrow was there, and Big Show. I actually met Big Show there. So there are a bunch of creators, big stars there. It was really cool what they did, honestly. Badass, very cool people for what they did. And for those who don't know, that was a tribute to the people who were affected by the shooting in Orlando. Daryl Smith says, not much is pushing Twilight Hotel, not Ho. Speaking of wrestlers, Twilight Hotel, thought I'd stop in and see what you're up to. We're advocating. That's what we're up to, Daryl. We're advocating. We're always advocating. Our new T-shirt, for those who don't see, and you can actually see that T-shirt in the video right over here. It says, always advocate for indie comics. That's right. That's how I roll. So it was in tribute to that Orlando massacre where that person took issue with the gay club and decided to shoot people who were innocent. The response was positive, and I was very thrilled to be at a one-day event that went entirely for charity. I'm not an autograph guy. Many of you who know me don't know I don't do really autographs. It's not something. I got Scott Snyder and Greg Capuleto's autographs simply because I wanted to support the fellow creators, and I wanted to hear them talk. It was like also it was part of this package where you got to hear them talk in a more intimate thing, and everyone would be able to ask a question if they wanted to. It was in a MegaCon, I think, so I couldn't turn that up. Daryl Smith says, "Yes, you are, and we love you for it." You know, I appreciate that, but recently this week, I was told I have a good dad bod, so I needed that. I needed that, Daryl. Thank you. I don't know what a good dad bod is. I just know it doesn't sound good. Art of the day. So the Orlando charity event did amazing things, raising over 200,000 K. Everyone donated to it. No, I don't think anyone took anything home. It was an amazing event. It truly was an event that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And I've been to a lot of events now, but that one always sticks out in my mind. Art of the day brought to us by Sean Ellery. Make your comic books better thanks to Josh Dahl. That's right. Josh Dahl has made a site that will help you make better comics. Check it out today at Make Better Comics. I think .website, but it's in here. Just click the link. Alan Turk confirms Powerless is coming from ashes of the failed shoe and is to begin shooting. It was show, not shoe, but they wound up getting the shoe anyway later that season. So I am sad. I actually like that show. Powerless was that DC thing where there were DC workers and it didn't really revolve around heroes as much. Lily, the Demoness One, asking you shall receive the Demoness. Lily Ardot now has her own series. That's our only shout out to Kickstarter in the news. We're gonna go over everyone except maybe the Duels. I mean, have you guys heard of Duels Say? It's Duels Say, the new guy. Comic book. Marcus begins his first day at the mysterious base with reptilians, fear deities, chimera, monsters, and a variety of races and aliens. Remember, we started the show off by talking about Gene Holly. Actually had answered some amazing questions about it. Steve, why do you want to get Rob? Don't get Rob. Leave Rob alone. You guys can all be heroes. Steve was in the chat room saying get Rob. You can all be heroes to this amazing young woman, Paige Thomas, who's been through hell, horrible car accidents, left her in the hospital for weeks. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the total and see how high up the total is. We're trying to raise $5,000. We're hoping that that'll cover things. You never know with insurance and the person with T-bone her if they have insurance. The girl's been out of work. The girl needs to be able to have money, and she's got rehab to go. She's raised well, she hasn't. Everyone is helping her, which includes Gotham City Pizza in Ormond Beach, Florida, which is right outside of Daytona. They have come together and in 9 days raised $4,188. But we need more. Oh, Steve said that should have said, hey, Rob. Yeah, I feel better. Like I was like, what am I, Shorty? You guys are going to get Shorty? So she's an amazing trooper. We're going to see some updates here. And you guys can see that she was in the hospital, some hospital pictures. Don't think there was anything even more recently. I know she had to go through some surgeries, so it's been a rough road. Definitely she could use your help. So please go to GoFundMe today. Donate even $1. $1 will matter. It'll show that people support and they're good people in this world. And after being T-boned, it'd be very nice to know that there's some good people in the world. Now I'm going to donate. I already donated a little something. I'm probably going to donate a little bit more. Please help me help make the world seem better for Paige Thomas. I do appreciate that. Moving on. Now I normally don't show the cosplay lately, but I have to show you this one. This is from New York Comic Con this year. And this was an amazing cosplay. I love how she put it together. She kind of just drew things in. Very attractive young woman, but it's the way she put the outfit together. I think she nailed it. Honestly, I'd never seen Raven done that way. So that was kind of badass. Okay, here's some new announcements that we're going to get to in a few minutes, but we're going to get to that on This Week in Indie Comics. Forget Area 51. Archuleta Mesa. I can't say it now. I know what it's supposed to say. Messiah Mesna in Dulce, New Mexico is where all crazy shit happens. And I don't know why I spell crazy with the T, but I kind of like it because it seems crazier. If you're into fun comics, then you can take on a fantastic adventure with aliens, monsters galore. You'll love Dulce. Strange things are coming. Now, we always talk about diversity in comics, but we don't talk about diversity that goes outside of the norm. How about an autistic superhero written by an autistic creator? That's diversity to me. Well, I've got good news for you guys, for those of you who are fans of diversity. That's right. Diversity in comic takes a giant leap forward thanks to this amazing creator. We've been reaching out to try to see if we can cover him more. We were hooked up on this from Melissa. You guys know the autistic Jedi mom. She gave us the information. We're going to see if we can't get him into our store, get an interview with them. We're so excited to see this. I am really excited. Speaking of excited, here is exciting 7 reasons to back Dulce from Eric Cockrell. And of course, we have a throwback thread. And remember, I told you back in 2016, we didn't always use the same system. So sometimes when we redo some of these, you guys can see that we're missing some stuff. And now in Indie Comics, the amazing book known as Realm of Spirits. That's right. Go to our indie previews and you can find some amazing indie comics today. Become a producer of Indie Comic Greatness, full of fruits, curses, interdimensional taxicab. This is from a year ago. This is actually when we first started doing Kickstarter Talk, before we even called it Kickstarter Talk. Back then, I was trying to go with become a producer of Indie Comic Greatness. We hadn't quite figured it out. It wasn't, I don't think, a video yet at that point. I hadn't gotten it to be a video yet. But we were getting there. James Hack, creator of Solar Flare, is going to be, and the mall is going to be at Comics and Card Stuff in Fort Myers for Free Comic Book Day. That's right. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Free Comic Book Day. Everything's Free Comic Book Day in my mind right now. I have a lot of people to do that. Once again, James is going to be this weekend, April 28th, when I'm at Fort Rock. He's going to be at a special signing event for Solar Flare. I would honestly be there. I just hung out with him this weekend. He's a great guy. I would be there, but unfortunately, and fortunately, I'm going to be at Fort Rock. And that's it. That's it. I just gave a quick shout out to What Happened to Ruby K, sorry. And I'm going to show you this art, and then we're going to get to this week in Indie Comics. To save her city from lightning storm, Geek Girl gave her all. Neither were left standing. Whatever happened to Ruby K? Uh-oh. Bad Moon Horizon. So we're going to go into this week in Indie Comics. And just as a... have I mentioned our game yet? I didn't know there was a game. What is this game, Steve? Let me see. I'm going to call it up on the other screen, and I'll see what the game is. This better not be for a Russian bride, Steve. This better not be for a Russian bride. All right. Okay. I'm trying to see it. It doesn't really have a link. It says something about crowdfunding. Yeah, it's just a picture. I mean, I'll show it, Steve. It just doesn't. The link itself. Oh, the reign of. Okay, I got you. Do you have the Kickstarter link? Because the link you gave me, it isn't going to where, like, I would expect it to go. Honestly, like, all I'm seeing is a picture. So I'm gonna actually try to shoot this over so we can give it a look. I love Apple for AirDrop. AirDrop's kind of badass. As I'm paying it a compliment now, it won't work. I don't know what's up with AirDrop right now. That's weird. All right, let me try it a different way. Let's see if I can go through Facebook to get it. Oh, okay. They're going live on May 1st. So let me take a look right here, see about the video. You can hear Jax on the outside running around being happy. There's nothing that makes me happier than the laughter of my son. I love hearing that sound when I know he's happy. Breaks my heart when he's not. I always want to just figure out how to make him happy. So earn royalties on this game. Augmented. We're almost ready to go to print for 6,000 of these mini comic Ash Can giveaway on May 5th. It's our nationwide event happening near you. Are you going? And here we go. I have this one is the one we're doing. Hold on, let me see. Okay, here it is. All right, so we're going to look at the Facebook. We're going to look at this one. I'm going to give you guys all different stuff. See, this is why it's good to tune in, because we'll cover your story right away. I'm not sure why those... Okay, this isn't having trouble loading, so we're going to give this...
You find yourself sitting at your favorite chill spot when a foe walks in. You know they play a rival Blood of Cthulhu faction because of the hybrid crest on their shirt. So you scan them. Player information pops up, the hero they main, username, level, win-loss record, and if they're ready for battle. You challenge them. The challenge is accepted and a portal opens between both players. A chunk of the Cthulhu sunken city is pulled into our world. Battlefields can be from 2 to 6 players in size. Each hero is different, and you get your first cards randomly drawn. These are a set of powers, minions, and equipment that you can place on the battlefield. The initial battle takes place in turns. You and your opponent taking territory with your cards, laying the groundwork for the war that lies ahead. The game has just begun, but we are at the end. The world's first native AR multiplayer game will soon be revealed.
Okay, I gotta admit, that's kind of badass. We'll get that in the site today for you. We're gonna see about some other stuff that hopefully loaded while we were away. Okay, I don't know why that's not loaded. Neither one of these are loading. Wait, I think
when
we got
we created Blood of Cthulhu and the wordplay system, we decided to utilize clothing as the basis. So my background, is a long history of gaming and games. And what I learned from all that experience, especially at Blizzard, was you take games and you look at the patterns they have, and you find the pain points in those games, and you figure out how could I take those and turn them into a different experience that is fun and compelling and addresses the original audience needs, but gives them something new. Most people have never seen a game that is fully interactive with multiple people in augmented reality. We wanted to develop a native augmented reality game and build a community around it. We wanted people to be interested in not just the gimmick of augmented reality, but in the storytelling that can happen in augmented reality in a multiple different levels. So one of the things we really want to focus on is giving people something tangible immediately. So the biggest loot that you'll get is you're actually going to have clothing that comes to life. You get everything from the shirts, the package the shirts brought in. Everything launches an augmented reality experience, an augmented reality element that will be used in the larger game when it's released. But it's something that you can see and kind of taste now. So in the first iteration of the game, we're going to allow people to, about 6 players to play, and you can move any faction, and as you guys battle, you battle over territory. That territory can be as big as your room, your living room, or that territory could be as small as your kitchen table. But what I really love is the idea where we're not confined to a tabletop, that we can actually have a piece of a world that might be so big it needs to be encountered in a park-like location, that I can walk around and physically explore just like if it was put in the middle of my reality. This is, something that we really are grateful that we can just be here to ask you to help us. Having clothes that are in augmented reality that let you play a game is to get people to participate, have a good time, have fun, and be part of this exciting thing with Blood of Cthulhu and the stuff that we're building here. So I'm pretty excited.
All right, I gotta admit, that's bad fucking ass.
We have been raised to be sheep.
All right, I don't know who that is. But I'm no sheep. He clearly doesn't know who I am.
For years, sports broadcasts have been augmenting their game. We think it's time you augmented the world. Anywhere, anytime, your reality augmented by ours. Blood of Cthulhu is the first fully augmented multiplayer reality experience.
Okay, as I said.
Hey there, champ. Hey there, champ. A friend told me you got a little...
No. I don't know who you are. You scare me. You're going to talk about getting high. But that is awesome. Okay, I see it now. I'm very excited. I'm going to get it up tonight sometime. Hey, I know it sounds dirty and you all liked it, didn't you? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Am I? So I'm just looking forward to Deadpool. Daryl Smith, we're gonna give you the plug in the end of the show when we do Indie Comics this week. But I mean, the dude called it. He showed up. He asked for it. So you know what happens when someone asks us for something on the show. This is a bonus for coming on live and watching with us. So here we go. We're gonna play the video for the hotel. The Twilight Hotel.
Hi, my name is Rob X. I'm the writer-creator of Twilight Hotel, a new horror comic book series from Square Biz Entertainment, a company I started about a year ago with my business partner, Daryl Smith. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to use these notes because I've got a lot of stuff I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, Twilight Hotel is a 4-issue comic book series that tells the story of a 100-year-old West Florida hotel that had a very, very sinister past. It was built on what used to be the most notorious plantation in all of North America, where thousands upon thousands of African slaves and Native Americans were murdered in ritualistic ceremonies. And I should also tell you that it is the home to an ancient evil deity named She, who has the ability to lure, influence, and subject people to their darkest nightmares. They come in many forms, such as man-eating bed bugs, psychopathic gangsters, serial killers, zombies, and worst of all, themselves. The stories contained in Twilight Hotel are dark, humorous, bloody morality tales. If you're a fan of the Twilight Zone, Tales from the Crypt, you'll love Twilight Hotel. In 2017, we ran a Kickstarter campaign to raise funds to help with the printing, distribution, and to help raise awareness for Twilight Hotel Volume 1, Issue 1. I think that the response that we got was fantastic. Through this new Kickstarter campaign, we're trying to raise enough funds to bring you the rest of the series, the complete series. Now, today, we have a little extra help. Chet Zar. You may have heard of Chet. If you haven't, I don't know why. Chet Zar is considered the master of the dark art. Prior to his career in fine arts, Chet had a successful career as a makeup effects artist. He worked on such films as Planet of the Apes, Hellboy 1 and 2, The Ring, Darkman, among many others. In addition to Mr. Zar, we have 2 amazing comic book artists, the Brown brothers, hailing from Belfast, Ireland, Ryan Brown and Adam Brown. These 2 brothers have worked for just about every top comic book company in the business, including Legendary Entertainment, DC, Dark Horse, Vertigo, IDW, Image, Marvel, Heavy Metal Mag, Zenscope Comics, 2000 AD. They have been involved with such projects as Justice League, Neil Gaiman's American Gods, the Alien franchise, Judge Dredd, Creepy Comics, Gears of War, Mars Attacks, Ninja Turtles. We are very excited and very fortunate to have artists of this caliber working with us. Through this Kickstarter campaign, we're going to be offering some amazing rewards. We're going to be offering buttons, stickers, t-shirts, limited art prints by each of these artists. Oh yeah, and the comic books, we're going to be offering them as a set or as single issues. Finally, I just want to say thank you to everyone for taking the time and checking out our campaign. We appreciate every dollar, every dime, every pledge. Without you, this cannot be possible. So thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy the series.
I love this kind of shit. I'm gonna read it.
How awesome was that, right? So, as always, because we are awesome, I have for you some breaking news. That's right. We have breaking news on the show. Nothing new to us. So when you go live, you never know what you're going to run into. We're about to get into This Week in Indie Comics, but we have something new. That's right. The Reign of the Cthulhu, the augmented reality game with wearable technology, everything that we just had in the chat room is now easy for you guys to see on our site. That's right. It's already on the site. You guys can see the links here, and they're going to load the videos. See that? You can see the amazingness of it. That's right. It's coming May 5th. I hope Steve is still with us. Steve, you still there? Because if he is, he's going to be so happy to see what we just did for him. And if not, I'll tag him. Let's see. But yeah, it's already on. That's what happens when you show up. We show your video. We let people ask us to do cool things. That's what the news is supposed to be, interactive, and we want to be entered. Oh, Steve sees it. So you're welcome, Daryl. That's awesome. I love the energy in the Twilight Hotel, by the way. Very awesome. I like how it's put together. Creeps me out because I live in Florida now. And Steve, check out the thread. If you like it, we'll run it. I think you said that it's May 5th that you guys are going live on, so we'll run it for like another 2 times. And of course, when the Kickstarter comes out, we will be on it. But just remind me when the Kickstarter actually starts, and we'll run it until then, every 2 days, just to build up some notoriety. It is that time of the show where we talk about this week in indie comics. Kickstarter talk. Issue 17 from Duels to Dead Duck and Zombie Chick back to May 1st is when it goes live. So that's Monday. So we'll run it over the weekend for you, Steve. To the Walls, Resistance Kestrel and Some Walls is now filmed and ready for you guys to watch. This weekend on the Comic-Con Highway, which we'll be filming tomorrow, the official video, we'll see in Great Philadelphia an amazing list of creators that we will go over during the show tomorrow. One of them, and not least of them, is Eric Hudson. I can tell you Dirk Manning, Josh Dahl are going to be there, and Chris Matt are going to be there. In Texas, the South Texas Comic-Con is going to have my friend Jay Gillespie and my friend Nick Garber. My also other friend James Hack is going to be doing that signing event for Solar Flare in Fort Myers. That's right behind the Fort Myers Mall. I forgot what they call it, the mall down here. It's not actually the Fort Myers Mall. It's like something weird. But it's right behind the major mall that's right off the bridge. And Cleveland, I believe, is the avenue. I'm still not used to all the names down here. I've only been down here 2 years. Cut me some slack. I can drive to Orlando, though, without Siri, and to Daytona now. Comic-Con, and actually Miami. Miami's easy. Comic-Con Highway, Northern Exit is going to have... Here, there's some names. This is the Philadelphia Comic-Con. Chris Mad, Dirk Manning, Bob Sally, Josh Dahl, Johnny C. So it sounds like there might be a Barnstormers reunion. Back and before they're gone, this is the Blast-Off show known as Kickstarter Last Ride. Issue 17 was all about What the Duels. And also this weekend, you can check out in North Dakota, Rick Carmen. He is going to iMagicCon in Minot, North Dakota. Can you be a hero to Paige Thomas? I believe you can. Please take the time to visit her GoFundMe page and help show her the world is a better place than she's seen in the last couple weeks. Autism awareness is about the education and acceptance. It's about educating the general public about special needs children and their value. Most autistic children, including adults, don't communicate or socialize the way that typical individuals do. Autism Awareness R4AU attempts to break the barrier to help kids connect. They need a voice, and we give them one. They are our future, so we support them. Speaking of support, $1. That's all it takes to support a Kickstarter. $1 can show it, support, attract attention, help fund projects, support creators, and create new worlds. And while you're creating, you might want to know how to make a fantastic Kickstarter. Boy, do I have a book on Amazon for you. It's called Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, 2nd edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding made by the amazing Madeline Holly Rising. If you know the name, that's because you're a fan of the Boston Metaphysical Society. She's also been featured in a bunch of anthologies. Speaking of amazing, time is running out for Dead Duck and Zombie Chick Show, the vinyl pressing, the comic book that comes to life in this epic recording. Get the vinyl pressing of the Dead Duck and Zombie radio show to have and to hold. Duels, the New Guy comic book. Marcus begins his first day at the mysterious base with reptilians, fear deities, monsters, Chimera, and a variety of alien races. Johnny Scotch, the sound of justice in this pulpy musical vision of the Johnny Scotch world. The Resistance, Kestrel #1, as Kestrel corporate weapons designer, Erin Hawthorne uses her position and skills to fight for those that no one else will fight for. Amazing KJ just brought this to life. I've seen the books that it's based upon, the bigger universe. Just outstanding work. Really top notch. It was hard to believe it wasn't already picked up by a major publisher. Speaking of major publishers, I think this belongs on Adult Swim. It's Tits, the Transdimensional Taxi Cab Service, issue 6 and 7. This will not be on next week's show because it's ending May 2nd. So get on it. This is the Kick-Ass Cop, Drunk Cosmic Cabbie, and Irritable Cat Navigator. Issues 1 through 5 are also available. Also not going to be returning next week for Kickstarter Last Rite will be Friday the 13th. Pack your bags and wing your way to Crystal Pond, fishing, swimming, camping, decapitation, and mass slaughter. Wish you were here. The Few and the Curse #4. Join the Redhead in the hunt for the Crows of Meadowland in this supernatural epic Western adventure. You can also get issues 1 through 3 that are available through Kickstarter. Paranormal Investigator Showdown PIS #2 is finally here, and with it comes Chase. Chase begins its first chapter while Paranormal gets us deeper in with issue 2. Lily the Demoness is 1. You guys asked for her to get her own series, and you got it. Breaking out of another Kickstarter to have her own, Lily Ardart now has her own series. Armor 1 through 3, the third installment of the hit science fiction adventure series, is finally here. Earth is invaded. Someone's looking for Kaizen's weapon. What will Armor do? Twilight Hotel. We just saw that amazing video. It's the complete volume, the Volume 1 horror comic book series. The production of Volume 1, Series 1 through 4, as individual comic books as a single hardcover book with the horror art from Chet Zar and more. I've seen the art, man. Wow. Speaking of amazing art, you guys should check out Penny for Your Soul, Pestilence, Chapter 3. Social Media Darlings. The Knights of Templar are in hell, and the Babylon 7th Angel host takes flight. The art in this is just titillating. And yes, I use that on purpose. Frontier, Flash of the Dawn, a fling, roundhouse, kicking, blast, blazing, fist pumping, head banging, space bending fantasy set just west of Forever. Not Forever was the Luminous Age, Volume 1, because it's running out of time on Kickstarter. It's about dragons and surreal fantasy, sublime, painted, epic adventure with wizards and creatures from many myths and cultures fighting for nature. Discover a new form of magic. And Walls. That's right. Walls is a tale of medieval terror and terror. Walls is a historical fiction horror comedy. Well, not comedy, just a horror. Horror set in the era of the Black Plague. I don't know why they think the Black Plague is a comedy, but it looks amazing. You guys definitely should be checking it out. It is brought to us by Brian Germain and Zachary Anderson. Great creators. Definitely an interesting Kickstarter you guys should check out. Before we go on to thank the veterans, I just wanted to add, Steve had made a comment, and I wanted to read it for the group. If you know any comic book stores that want to demo the game and give away free comic books and activate components in the game of the Reign of Chichul, let us know. We are doing live demos around the country. When you launch the Kickstarter, Steve, I'll try to reach out to my local places. We'll talk off of video on that. I'll see if I can't find a couple places for you here. I can't really. It's weird down here. The comic book stores are heavy into playing. I know one that really is heavy into playing, so it'll work for you. They don't do comic book events, but they do gaming, so they might really like that, Steve. I know a place I can go. Definitely contact me after the program. All right, and as always, and since this is going to be after everything we went through today, I think we're going to just call this one a day. This is going to be the last news program of the week. So with that said, we want you to, even this weekend, to check. And remember, this weekend, go to a Comic-Con and support indie creators. If you guys have anything you want us to cover, please send us an email at indieadvocates@yahoo.com, and we'll advocate for you. My name is Mr. Innocent, and I am the voice of indie comics. Well, not indie comics, but indie advocates, and I advocate for indie comics. If you if you truly want to support creators, it starts at Kickstarter, but it also goes to the Comic-Con Highway. Join us for tomorrow's show as we tell you where to go. And finally, for this evening, we would like to take a moment to ask you to check out the Veteran's Wife on Facebook and see how you can support veterans today. We'd like to thank all the veterans. We truly appreciate your service. We would like to give an extra special thank you to the veterans that don't want to be recognized, the silent, stoic veterans. For the horrors that they have seen in war is to them nothing to be thanked for. They don't put it out there for the world to know, for they are truly struggling, for they are now battling their own new war here at home. We want you to know you're not alone. You are loved and appreciated. You will always be our heroes, even if you refuse the title. This has been Indie News for April 25th, 2018. Go hit that Comic-Con Highway and support indie creators today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll see you next week.